How's it going, you guys? AZPlyo21 back again with another episode of our UFC save here in WMMA 5. And here today we have UFC Fight Night Dober versus Moicano. 5 rounds in the lightweight division. Should be a pretty good one on tap for us here today. The last time that I did see you guys was for UFC 307. Grasso versus Shevchenko. 3 title fights on that card. We have Andre Muniz winning the middleweight championship, Rose Namajunas defending her strawweight title, and then Alexa Grasso beating Valentina Shevchenko again to retain her flyweight crown. That was amazing. The next time that I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night Fiziev versus Usman. That is live from Boise, Idaho. And then we have UFC Fight Night Gaethje versus Burns, and it all leads up to UFC 308 Chimaev versus Vettori. Khamzat Chimaev defending the welterweight title against Marvin Vettori, who is the interim welterweight champion. Also got Yuri Prohaska defending the light heavyweight championship against Magomed Ankalaev. And then Brandon Royval, it is a rematch for the flyweight championship. He takes on Brandon Moreno. Should be a good one. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching me on YouTube or Twitch. As always, leave a like on the video, please. Do subscribe if you have not already done so. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. We have a lot of stuff coming up as it is Christmas time. So I hope you are enjoying the Christmas season or the holidays, whatever it is that you may celebrate. Appreciate you guys for watching. Let's go and take a look at the rankings. At heavyweight, nothing as far as movement. Nothing at light heavyweight as well. As you can see, the middleweight champion there in Andre Muniz. Robert Whittaker still on hiatus, still seemingly the #1 guy, even though Muniz is now the champion. So don't get that, but either way, no movement at a couple of other divisions. Lightweight, Shervaniev in the rankings. At featherweight, Josh Emmett back in the rankings. Bantamweight, Ricky Tercios back in the rankings. And it looks like that is about it, really. So no real movement. Yaregui moves down 1 spot after losing to Thug Rose, but that is it. All right, let's go and get into it. Dober versus Moicano. Show's taking place in Japan. So we have a couple of Japanese fighters on the card, but really not too much, honestly. This is just a international fight card that we're bringing to the masses. We start off with our prelims, of course, and it is Ketlen Vieira taking on Bethe Correia in the bantamweight division. Looks like a regen fighter, Ollie Edge. Got a hairy chest just like I do. Nobody's trying to see that though. Got Vieira and Correia, and it is Ketlen Vieira knocking out Bethe Correia in round number 3. Mateus Mendonca taking on Mo Miller in the bantamweight division, and it is Mo Miller getting the split decision here today. He's now 2-1 in his short UFC career. Kanako Murata taking on Josephine Lindgren Knudsen at 115, and it's Lindgren Knudsen getting the win at 5-3, a win over the home fighter from Japan. Simeon Powell taking on Alonzo Menefield at light heavyweight, the undefeated Powell, the odds-on favorite, and he does get the win, TKO in round number 1 over Alonzo Menefield here today. We have the middleweights going at it now. Kimrion Abasov taking on Shara Magomedov in the middleweight division. And it is Shara actually getting the win. Knockout in round number 2 here in Japan for the Bullet. Christian Aguilera taking on Jalen Turner. The Spider coming off that loss in the super lightweight Grand Prix. He looks to get a big time win against Christian Aguilera. And Jalen Turner does get a knockout. All it takes is 32 seconds. That is crazy, but Jalen Turner with a big time win here today. Zifa Shang taking on Manel Kape in the flyweight division, but it is Zifa Shang getting the 40th win of his career in fight number 50 here in Japan. Less than a minute is what it took for him to get the TKO victory. Estela Nunes taking on Xiaonan Yan here in the women's strawweight division, and it is Xiaonan Yan getting the win, 16th of her career, after being the small favorite over Nunes here today. Karate Hottie taking on Polyana Viana here at strawweight as well, and the Karate Hottie gets a decision victory over the Brazilian fighter here today. The 20th win of her career, and she needed that badly. She was not having the greatest of times, I guess we should say. Makoto Takahashi taking on Azamat Karifov here in the flyweight division. Final prelim fight. Takahashi is a big-time star in Japan, low-level national. 3-0 in his short UFC career, taking on Karifov, and it is Karifov getting the split decision over the hometown boy here today, the 20th win of Karifov's career. We start out the main card with another pair of flyweights. Kai Kara-France taking on Naoki Inoue here today. He's only mid-level regional in Japan. I could have sworn he was a little bit more popular with his time with Ryzen, but nonetheless, he's 2-0 in his UFC career thus far, and he has a big-time chance to maybe stamp his way towards a possible title shot here with a win over Kara-France, and Kai Kara-France gets the unanimous decision here today. So City Kickboxing starts out the main card with a big win. Michael Johnson taking on Jim Miller at 155. Couple of veterans of the Octagon going at it, as Jim Miller gets the 36th win of his career, the 25th here in the UFC. He was on a little 3-fight skid, but he gets it here today. Jim Miller doing quite well for himself, and Jim Miller retires from MMA after this victory. Congrats to Jim Miller on a retirement. The Korean Superboy Doo-Ho Choi, who last night, as I'm recording this, last night was UFC 310. Doo-Ho Choi got a big win over Nate Landwehr. Here in game, he takes on Bradley Swanepoel at 145, and it is Swanepoel who gets the win over the Korean Superboy. So a big-time debut victory here for Swanepoel, his first UFC fights, and he gets a big one over Doo-Ho Choi. Alexander Gustafsson taking on Laurinus Urbanavicius in the light heavyweight division, or maybe the heavyweight division. Not sure where Gustafsson's at currently. It is the light heavyweight division. The former title challenger twice, Alexander Gustafsson, takes on Laurinus. Alexander, you can see here, coming off 2 straight wins here, doing quite well for himself here in the light heavyweight division, and make it 3 in a row for Gustafsson after getting a big win over Urbanavicius. Gustafsson on a 3-fight winning streak. That brings us to our co-main event of the evening. Valentin Moldavsky taking on the Black Beast, Derek Lewis, here today, and it is going to be the Black Beast coming out on top. 39 years old, still TKOing fools, the 19th win in his UFC career. He was on a 2-fight losing streak as he took on Rosenstrike and Prohaska, but yeah, he gets a big-time win over Moldavsky here today, so good for Derek. And he invites everyone in Japan to come party with him. Boy, interesting to see who comes out to that party. Drew Dober, 155, taking on Renato Moicano Carneiro at 155. Moicano on a nice little 2-fight winning streak, Anthony Pettis and Manuel Sosa. And on the other side, Drew Dober is coming off 2 straight losses, Patricio Pitbull and then Islam Makhachev in that super lightweight Grand Prix. It is our main event of the evening. Let's get it going. Big Dan Murgliata, your referee, as round 1 comes to a start. Uh-oh, big strike. Moicano regains his senses, though. Kick to the lead leg. Left cross just misses. Moicano is looking for a takedown. He does not get it. Verbal warning for grabbing the cage there. That is no bueno. Takedown attempt, can't get it. Not much really going on here. Moicano trying to get a body triangle in. Going for the rear naked choke, he does not get it. Dober not troubled by the strikes. Time runs out on round number 2. And they think it is 1 round to 1 here. Dober confident as he comes in. Takedown shoot for Moicano, and he gets it. Weak right hands landing for Moicano here. Getting back control. Goes to ground and he gets him. Uh-oh, mounted him. Final 60 seconds of 3rd round, pounding away. Takes his back, looks to get hooks in. Going for the rear naked choke, can't get it. As round 3 comes to a close, and Moicano definitely took that one. Breathing a little bit deeper now as Drew Dober tired here in the beginning of round 4. Nice right hook lands for Dober, who is now limping. Triple punch combo does not land. Nice left hook lands. Uh-oh. High kick. Dropping Dober. Minute left to go on the 4th. Looking to finish him off. Powerful shots. And the referee steps in. And your winner in our main event by TKO is Renato Moicano Carneiro. Fantastic fight. Love to see that in our main event. My guess is that maybe like 300 people showed up in Japan because we're not that popular here. Yep, 260 in attendance in Kanto. That is fucking crazy. Commercial rating of 67 is good enough for mid-level national. This was not a very great show. No popularity changes though, but I imagine the broadcasters are probably going to be pissed off. Main events is going to be our fight of the night. And then Derek Lewis will get a performance bonus. He'll get a nice 50K. Zifa Shang, 50K. Jalen Turner, 50K. Congrats to them. We're probably going to take a loss. Yep, we lost $600,000 on this show. Alexander Gustafsson is still getting paid $200K for this fight, but good for him. He deserves it. But yeah, that's going to do it for this card. Appreciate you guys, as always, for watching. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you guys at the fights.